Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Let's try to solve today's Leetcode problem. This is the basically problem of the day 6 August 2024, and the problem is delete node from linked list present in array. Let's try to read the statement first. You are given an array of integer nums and the head of the linked list. These are given array and the head of the linked list. So return the head of the modified linked list after removing all node from the linked list that have a value that exists in. Basically, this problem is the basic problem of linked list where you have to make the deletion in the singly linked list. So this problem is slightly modified version that you have to delete a specific node that is given here in nums. There might also, if you will, these are the example one, and in the example 3, if you see here, the input nums is given 5 and head is here. So if you will see in the linked list that you do not have any 5, so in this situation you do not have to remove any of the node. Okay, and see the example 2. In the example 2 you have to delete all the node. Yeah, I remember that. If you will read this carefully, you have to remove all node that have a value that exists in the node. So if you will see in example 2, you have just given 1, so all 1 you have to remove from this linked list. So these are have been removed, this have been removed, and this have been removed. So all 1 you have to remove, and in the answer, if you will see here, only 2 or present. So this is the problem all about. Let's try to explain that how we do deletion in singly linked list. There are the two cases. That is case 1 and second one is case 2. Here, if let's suppose this is the example 2, 4, 6 and 8. In the 8, head will be here, head pointer will point here, and so if you will have to remove this node, what we will do, we will just update the pointer of head and it will start pointing to this one, and this link will be broken, and that's how we will delete this too. And in the second case, you have to remove a node. You have to remove a general node rather than the first node. So in this situation, what you will have to, let's suppose you have to delete this node. To delete this node, you have to make a link like this. After the deletion, the link will be like this one, and this will not exist anymore. So to make this link, what we will have to have at the beginning, you have to have the address of this one, you have to have the address of this one, and you have to have the address of this one, so that we can, in the next of this node, I will do next of this node. So you have to delete this one. So each time when you will have to delete a node, a general node, but you will have to have the information of the previous node, so that you can update the next attribute to the next of this node which gonna delete. So let's suppose this one variable name is t, and this one is p, and this one So this one, how this one will be T and the P, okay. And then what will I do? We will just do that previous dot next will be equal to temp dot next, and then temp equal to, sorry, I am saying this one is temp, then temp equal to previous dot next. And these are the two lines of code that you will have to write in your code, so that you can delete a node, and you also have to maintain the previous. In this situation you do not have to maintain the previous node, because you do not have to update the previous node, because it all is already, if temp will start to point here, if temp will start to point this node, after the deletion previous have to be just just a node before this temp node. So after the if you will see this through the link, after the removal of this node, that previous node, this p is previous node will point to here, just before a node, to the current node. This on the current node, and this is the previous node. So this is all about the way we will solve this deletion problem, deletion in linked list. So let's try to code code it now. Okay, so you will have to have sorry, that's a temp. Okay, and you have to also make a variable which is previous. At the beginning it will be head. Okay, so before all this you will have to make a hash set. This is the way I have stored this information, so that I can get the value in order of one type. Hash set basically help you to get a value in constant time, so that's why I am using here the hash set. So at the end you have to return head. Okay, I have stored the all the number that is available in the nums array, and now I will iterate until the temp is not equal to null. Until there is a node, I will iterate all over. So, so from here, if you will see if set dot, there is a value temp dot val. If set contains temp dot val, there are the two situation: either the set will contain the value, or is not contain the value. So these are the two situation. But you have to handle the two cases that we have discussed, that either you have to delete the first node, or you have to delete a general node rather than the first node. So let's try to handle first temp. Means that you have to remove the first node. In this situation, what we will do, we will uh, because in this situation you have to will be, and I have to update the head, and I also have to store the previous pointer by value head. Okay, and in the other situation what we will have to do, in the previous .NET, what we will do, we will store temp.next, and okay, we do not update previous, and the temp will be on previous.next. It means that if you see here that now the temp was here, and now the temp should be, temp is current node will be here, from here to here. So the temp will now represent to here after the removal. And previous.next. Okay, in the else case what you will have to do, either if you will not delete any node, these are the these are the cases where you will have to delete a node. And if you will not delete a node, what you will have to do, you will have to update your previous with the temp, and you have to move your temp to the next. These are the lines of code. Let's try to run it. Okay, if you will see that all these are accepted, 4 and 5, and in the second case only one you have to remove. So in this situation, and these are the example in the let's see here, in this example you will also have to remove the first one. So the first one will remove from this line of code, and second will also remove from this line of code, third will also remove from this line of code, and these two you do not have to remove. So that's why, and in this situation you will have to remove this line of code will remove one, and then this line of code will remove this one, because now you do, the head will, after the removal of this node, the head will start to point this node, because you do not have to remove this node. So head will stay here, and the temp pointer will start to point this node. And because you have to remove this node, so temp will move this one, and from previous will be here, and the previous will now start to point here, so that you can remove this node, and in this way you can remove all the node that is asked in the nums array. Let's try to submit it now. Okay, that's how we have submitted our code. It has been accepted. I have written this code in Java, but you can also implement similarly in Python and as well as CPP. That's not too hard to implement it. Just you have to understand these lines of code. These lines of code, that how we do deletion. in singly linked list. This there if you see here the statistic, there are a few people who have taken less time than me. Let's see what they have done in here. They have also done not too much hard. That's how they have also. I treat if there is a previous .NET, if you will see that previous .NET is equal to temp.NET, and then in the else case, this is the else case, and then this case they have implemented this one. I guess in this code, line of code, they have no, okay, that's nothing here. So this is how you can make deletion operation in single link list. So if you have any query, if you have any suggestion, you can comment me in the comment box. I will try to answer you as soon as I will get the time. So stay healthy and be with me on YouTube so that you can always learn something new from me. And let's see you tomorrow with a new problem. Okay, bye.